Welcome to Manchester, a city built on industry, innovation, and a timeless architecture. Today, we are walking down Whitworth Street, one of Manchester's most historic routes, lined with Edwardian warehouses and civic landmarks. We begin at the Kimpton Clocktower Hotel, once the Refuge assurance building designed by Alfred Waterhouse, and it was built between the 1891 and 1932. This building, the one on our right hand side there, combines Victorian Gothic and Edwardian Baroque styles. It was originally an insurance headquarters and now operates as a luxury hotel. But the street is lined up with many more historic buildings that we're going to see as we walk up the street. So as we walk up, this one here on our right hand side is the Bridgewater house, but which is followed by the India House on our right hand side, and then further ahead we'll have the Lancaster House. So I was saying, as we walk southeast along Whitworth Street, we pass through what was once Manchester's warehouse district, built during the height of textile boom. The Bridgewater House, which we've seen, and the India House are built in 1906 and listed grade 2 for its ornate Edwardian features. These buildings were built close to the canals and rail lines, a smart move that helped goods move quickly across the country. We're going to see actually where the rail line, how close it is from here, and actually a few meters on our right hand side down the street is the Oxford train station, which we're not doing today because we've passed by there in the past. So if you enjoy discovering cities through their architecture and history, be sure to subscribe and follow for more walks like this. So next on the line, as I said, would be the Lancaster House. And it's right here on our right hand side. Another fine Edwardian structure now turned into apartments. These facades tell the story of Manchester's industrial pride. So now let's branch off the Whitworth Street and onto the Princess Street, where we find a series of other buildings, but then there is a corner that I'm going to take you for some wonderful views. So stay tuned in. So along this Princess Street, we will remarkably find the Asia House, which was built in 1909 and for shipping merchants. Its Edwardian Renaissance design features limestone columns and decorative windows. It is now a residential building, a reflection of how this former trade hub is becoming a cultural and a creative neighborhood. And we're going to try, let's have catch some views of this area, but we're going to try to walk in the back and see, there's a beautiful viewpoint that I wanted to show or to share with you that many people would miss when they are visiting this area. So if you visit this area, Princess Street and the Whitworth, make sure that you can come there and have a look. but these buildings are really, really beautiful. And the whole of this area has got all of these buildings very well preserved. I was speaking about the train and the way these buildings are actually very close to the railways, and that would then make easier the transportation of goods that were coming from this area. So you've seen the trains passing by there, and they're coming from the Oxford train station, making their way into the Piccadilly train station. So let's go behind and see the viewpoint that I was talking about. And that is behind the Asia House. It's a quiet viewpoint, and it offers a rare look at the surroundings. There we go. So it offers a rare look of the Kimpton Clocktowers that we have at the end, the railway viaduct, and trains connecting Oxford Road Station to the Manchester Piccadilly Station, which will be on our left hand side. And down here is just a car park, but the views of the clock tower from here are priceless. So these rail bridges that we have seen down here have carried industry and passengers since the early 1900s. It's a beautiful contrast between the old brickwork and the modern city life. So let me know in the comments below, have you ever seen this view before? So we're heading back now to Princess. This is Princess Street, and actually we've featured Princess Street in one of our videos, all the way up to the St. Peter's Square. It's a beautiful video as well. So when you get time, try and watch that video and let me know what you think about it. But we're heading now to Granby Row, and we are passing through the Orient Building and heading to the Sackville Place, both tied to Manchester's textile legacy. And today, these actually serve new purposes, student housing and offices. But they're really, really beautiful, and the way they've been preserved is they've done an outstanding job. So if it's your first time here, I just wanted to remind you that the channel goes by the name of Hajways. Please do not forget to subscribe. Leave a comment so that I can always come back to you, as I usually say, to thank you in person. And do not forget to share this video or any other video of your choice with family and friends, so that many more people can discover what this channel is about and be able to enjoy the views of this Manchester and any other place that we have visited or may be visiting in the near future. It's really, really beautiful. And as I said, well, apart from that, it is clean and quiet. You wouldn't actually realize, look at the trains at the back there. Yeah, you wouldn't even realize you're in the town center. I wouldn't say that it's not in the town center. It is in the town center, in the heart of Manchester. And complete with its little parks. This would be, I think, if I'm not mistaken, part of the Sackville Park. But we're going to see the Sackville Park at just a minute or two away from here. And so here we are on Sackville Road and Sackville Street, and this is the Sackville. The one in front of us on our right hand side is the Sackville Street building, part of what was once the UMIST and now the University of Manchester. It was built in the 1800s, and it has trained generations of engineers and scientists. Fitting presence in the city that split the atom and discovering the graphene. They are huge, these buildings. Many of them are not of, like a small size. They are really, really big buildings. And the question that lingers in my mind always is, how did they manage to build these with the little technology that there was at the time? How did they manage to build all these buildings and, of this magnitude? So we are back on Whitworth Street, and as we admire once again the buildings that form part of this historical area. So you can see it's well connected with buses as well. And this is now the Sackville Gardens, which we are stepping into fully. So yes, we're stepping into Sackville Gardens. At the heart, or at its heart, is the Alan Turing Memorial, honoring the computer science pioneer who helped in or end the World War II, but was later persecuted because of what was his inclination. And this space is both a tribute and a reminder of progress. Very, very beautiful. The monument is there's a statue, and which is right up there in the back. So if you come this area, just make sure that you visit this little park here, or this memorial. It is a very, very beautiful place. So next to it is the Shena Simon campus, a part of the Manchester College. This building once housed the Manchester High School for girls in its early 20th century design reflects its academic roots, solid, functional and proud. As I said, there are many bus lines that come to this area because this corridor, as well as I mentioned before, it caters for a lot of traffic in terms of students. So bus lanes are here in plenty. So coming here is quite easy. Otherwise, you can walk from the Piccadilly Gardens. It's technically about 5-10 minutes walk. Now we are approaching the junction with the Fairfield Street. We're passing the Hollingworth House, now part of IQ student living. This Edwardian structure is a great example of how Manchester's older buildings are being adapted or repurposed for a modern life. And just ahead of it will be the area where the London Road Fire Station is located, and we're heading there so that we can share this beautiful building with you. So if it's your first time, do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, which goes by the name of Hajways. Leave a short comment so that I can come back to you and thank you in writing. So this building here on our left hand side, which we are going to see properly now, because I'm going to cross to the other side so that we can see it properly, is the London Road Fire Station, and it was built in 1906. It once housed not just the firefighters but also a police station, ambulance depot, and coroner's court, a full civic center. And after years of disuse, it is now being restored into apparently it is being restored to house a boutique hotel and a cultural venue. Its Edwardian Baroque design with red brick and terracotta makes it one of the city's most admired buildings. Look at that. And it is just next to the main station, the Piccadilly Exchange train station, which is right at the bottom there. So if you're heading to the Piccadilly Gardens, you'd go to the end of the building on the left hand side all the way up, and the Piccadilly Gardens would be probably about between 5 and 10 minutes, depending on how quick you can walk. Yes, so that at the end is the Manchester Piccadilly station. So with the Piccadilly station right in front of us, we're going to catch quick views of this area just before we end our walking tour today, which I do hope that you have enjoyed. But most of all, I do hope that you've learned a little bit more, which is the purpose for this channel. You've learned a little bit more about Manchester. So yes, I was saying, with the Manchester Piccadilly station in front of us, our tour is coming to an end. This part of the city is a true crossroads of the past and the present, where warehouses become homes and civic buildings find new life. If you enjoyed the walk or this walk today, please hit a like, leave a comment with your favorite stop, and subscribe for more walking tours throughout Manchester's hidden history. Thanks for joining, and keep walking with curiosity. So let me know if you'd like me to go to a specific place in my next trip.